Inna rasula lanurun yustada'u bihi wasarimun min suyufillahi maslulu. When he reads this verse, that Holy Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam is Noor. Ka'b ibn Zuhair is reciting this Nasheed, singing this Nasheed, his own written. And it is known as Qasida, very famous Qasida, Banat Su'ad, that consists more than 100 verses, about 120 verses maybe. When he reached this verse, Holy Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam is Noor, and the whole world is enlightened because of his Noor. And he said that he is a sword from the great swords of Almighty Allah, sharp sword among the great swords. But when he sang this particular verse, what did Holy Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam? Ashara Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam bikumhin ila al-khalq liyasma'u minhu. Holy Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam at this time, he asked people, be attentive to Ka'b ibn Zubair and listen to him, what is he saying? When he was saying, Inna rasula nurun, Holy Prophet is Noor. Holy Prophet said to all companions, listen to him carefully, what is he saying? Subhanallah, subhanallah. It means he used to be happy, not for his own self or soul, not to make it sunnah for the ummah, that those who are my lovers, they should be very happy when they listen my na'at and my nasheed. And Holy Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam at that time, he gave his cloak to him. He gave his burda, his chadar, his burda, his cloak which he was wearing, which he had on his shoulders. He gifted to him. That's why from this particular hadith, to give something as a gift, it may be anything. To gift to the munshideen, this is the sunnah of Holy Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And the same has been reported by Sa'id ibn al-Musayyab. And Imam Ibn Hajar Asqalani says in commentary of this hadith, and Ibn Qani and Hafiz ibn Kasir, and Hafiz ibn Kasir, he writes in Al-Bidaya wa Nihaya, he says, وَقَالَ قُلْتُ وَرَدَ فِي بَعْضِ الرِّوَايَاتِ أَنَّ رَسُولَ اللَّهِ صَلَّى اللَّهُ عَلَيْهِ وسلم أَعْطَى بُرْدَتَهُ حِينَ أَنْشَدَهُ الْقَصِيدَةِ وهكذا قال الحافظ أبو الحسن ابن الأصير في الغابة وقال هي البردة التي عند الخلفاء وهو قال قلت وهذا من الأمور المشهورة جدا. So this was the burda, the cloak, which Holy Prophet ﷺ gave to him, and this burda transferred then from Khalifa to Khalifa, Khalifa to Khalifa. And according to the history, the same burda finally came to the Ottoman Empire, and which is now protected and saved in Ottoman Empire in Topkapi Palace of Istanbul. And the Khulafa and the Salatin and the kings and the rulers of the time, whenever there was any problem or whenever there was war or fight, they used to take that box of the burda of Holy Prophet, the cloak and the chadar of Holy Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and they used to put on the heads or on the top of the camel, and then they used to always win the wars. Bitawassul and barakah of the burda of Holy Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Then Holy Prophet's own uncle Sayyidina Abbas ibn Abdul Muttalib, he was also one of the munshideen of Holy Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And in books of hadith, his anashid and his poems and his verses in praise of Holy Prophet has also been reported. And there was another Sahabi, his name is An-Nabigha Al-Ja'di. His real name was Qais bin Abdullah bin Amr. He was a Sahabi among the companions of Holy Prophet ﷺ, but known as An-Nabigha al-Ja'di. Reported, he says, يقول أتيت رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم فأنشدته قولي. I came to Holy Prophet ﷺ and I sang my nasheed for Holy Prophet. فلما أنشدته فقال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم لا يفضد الله فاك وكان من أحسن الناس ثغرا وكان إذا سكتت له سن نبتت أخرى ببركة الدعاء سيدنا رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم. And this hadith has also been reported by Imam Ibn Abdul Barr and Imam Ibn Hajar al-Asqalani and Imam al-Haythami and Imam Suyuti in al-Khasa'is and Imam Bayhaqi in his Sunan Dalail and Imam Abu Nu'aym. All these A'immah have unanimously reported this hadith with their own chains. That Nabigha al-Ja'di, one of the companions of Holy Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he says that I came to Holy Prophet and got permission to sing the nasheed which I had written in his praise. So he said, Holy Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, listen to my nasheed. I sang it, and while I was singing, Holy Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam became very happy and he made dua for my teeth and my mouth. Because the voice comes from throat through the teeth. He said, Almighty Allah may keep your teeth and your mouth in the same as it is now. He became so happy. So it has been reported by A'immah of Hadith that Nabigha al-Jadi reached up to the age of 120 years or more than 100 years. There are different versions, at least more than 100 years. So when after this dua, which he received due to the barakah of singing the nasheed of Holy Prophet sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wa sallam, so it is reported when he was in old age, whenever one tooth used to fall, at the same time other tooth used to emerge out of the place. So his mouth was never without tooth. Even up to the age of 100 or 120 years. So there are lot many ahadith on the subject of Inshadul Madiha. And just for sake of your knowledge, I just want to tell that Imam Bukhari has mentioned these ahadith in Sahih. Imam Muslim has mentioned lot many ahadith. There are 7 ahadith on singing the nasheed of Holy Prophet ﷺ in Bukhari and Muslim. And there are 25 other ahadith in Sunan Arba, in Sunan Abi Dawud, Tirmizi, Nasai and Ibn Majah. 7 in Bukhari and Muslim, as far as I have studied. They can be more, not less than that. I have counted. So there can be more than this number, not less, because this is my counting. Maybe I left 25 another ahadith reported by Imam Abu Dawud, Tirmizi, Nasai and Ibn Majah. Then there are other great A'immah like Imam Ahmad bin Hanbal. He has reported lot many ahadith in Musnad. And Imam Ibn Abi Shaybah, he has reported, I had already told, 68, about 70 ahadith in the same subject. Then comes Imam Ibn Hibban. He has reported 20 ahadith in his Sahih Ibn Hibban. Then Imam Abu Nu'aym, he has reported lot many ahadith in his book. Then Imam Baghawi, he has reported 14 ahadith in his book. Imam Baghawi in Sharh Sunnah from Bukhari, Muslim and other books, and in Masabih Sunnah. Then comes Khatib at-Tabrizi. He has reported 15 ahadith in Mishkat. Then Imam Haythami in Majma' al-Zawaid, he has reported 44 ahadith. 44 ahadith Imam Haythami has reported. Then Imam Asqalani, in his commentary and interpretation of Bukhari, he has mentioned many other ahadith, and Imam Jalaluddin Suyuti has mentioned, and again Imam Qastulani has mentioned in his book Al-Mawahibul Ladunya. So you will not find any of the great Imams who has left this chapter of singing the Nasheed in praise of Holy Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, because every Imam in the history of Islam had the same Aqidah and they used to practice it. And they have written their own Nasheeds. Imam Ibn Hajar Asqalani has written the poetry in Holy Prophet's praise, Madha. He has written his Nasheed, Imam Asqalani. And now we come to another very, very important aspect, and that is Raqsus Sahaba wal Habasha Izaman lilnabiyyi sallallahu alaihi wasallam wa ifrahan iyyahu. Now I am again reciting the hadith of Sahih Bukhari. Hadith of Sahih Bukhari. This is Sahih Bukhari. Book is Kitabul Eidain, chapter 2. Reported by Imam Bukhari is حدثنا أحمد قال حدثنا ابن وهب قال أخبرنا عمرو كان أن محمد بن عبد الرحمن الأسدي حدثه عن أروة عن عائشة رضي الله تعالى عنها قالت دخل علي رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم وعندي جاريتان تغنيان بغناء بعاث فاضطجع على الفراش وحول وجهه ودخل أبو بكر فانتهرني وقال مزمار الشيطان عند النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم فأقبل عليه رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم فقال دعهما. Holy Prophet صلى الله عليه وسلم replied when Abu Bakr رضي الله عنه said مزامير الشيطان في بيت رسول الله. Holy Prophet said, Aisha Siddiqa رضي الله عنها said وذلك في يوم عيد فقال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم يا أبا بكر لكل قوم عيدا إن لكل قوم عيدا وهذا عيدنا وهذا عيدنا. This hadith, which has been repeatedly reported by Imam Bukhari in Kitab al-Salat, and Imam Muslim reports in Kitab al-Salat Silat al-Eidain, and Imam Nasai reports in An-Sunan Kitab Salat al-Eidain, and Imam Ahmad bin Hanbal Aizan. So the wording is that al-Mu'mineen Aisha radiyallahu ta'ala anha, she says that there were two ladies, two girls, they were sitting with me and they were singing some songs of the old days of Bu'ath. This word Bu'ath refers to the old fights, when there were fights between the tribes of Khazraj and Aus. There is a long history of fights between the Qabail in Medina. And the interesting thing is that, which I have concluded out of the whole thing, and they were singing the songs and poetry regarding those days. Why regarding those days?